Drop the axe. Drop the
San Diego, California. On May 8, 2025, at about 4:18 p.m., San Diego police officers responded to a 911 call from inside the Pacific Beach Taylor Branch Library at 4275 Cass Street. The caller said the man was inside the library causing a disturbance while armed with a hatchet.
Not yet. Okay, stay on the line with me. I'm going to get my officer started. I'm not going to hang up on you. You might hear some clicking. Hold on. Okay, thank you. You're welcome.
Library surveillance camera footage captured 53-year-old William Hanley walking up to the circulation desk and brandishing a hatchet at an employee behind it.
Pacific Beach Branch Library, 4725 Cass Street. We have a man with an axe in here.
4725 Cass?
Hanley entered the adult computer area and hacked away at power cords at unoccupied desks. He then verbally confronted a library patron before using the hatchet to smash a computer screen. Hanley vandalized another computer in the adult reading area before walking back to the circulation desk. Hanley walked from the library to the 4300 block of Dawes Street, where he was located by arriving San Diego police officers.
Hey, get some distance, get some distance. Drop it, drop it, drop it. I'm gonna create a scene for the whole world to see.
Hanley was walking down the sidewalk when officers arrived. Officers gave Hanley commands to put his hands up and the hatchet down.
No, get the fuck away. Drop the axe, drop the axe.
After officers gave Hanley commands to put his hands up and drop the hatchet, Hanley responded, "No, I'm going to create a scene, and the whole world sees it."
Hey, get some distance, get some distance. Drop it, drop it, drop it. I'm gonna create a scene, and the whole world sees it.
Officers continued to give Hanley commands to drop the weapon. He did not comply. As Officer Blomendahl approached, Hanley raised the hatchet above his head. Officer Blomendahl discharged his service weapon.
No, get the fuck away. Drop the axe. Drop the axe. Drop the
Officers immediately provided medical aid and called paramedics to the scene. Hanley was transported to the hospital where he was medically treated. No officers or uninvolved members of the public were injured in this incident. Fresno, California, April 10th, 2025. At approximately 10:25 a.m., officers from the Fresno Police Department responded to the FAX Manchester Transit Center following a radio call from a FAX bus supervisor reporting a female subject armed with a knife. Upon arrival, the first responding officer located the suspect, later identified as 39-year-old Joanna Lopez, who was armed with a knife with a 6-inch blade.
Get out the way. Hey, put the knife down. I don't know why I shoot you. Hey, put the knife down. You'll get shot. Put the knife down.
The officer issued verbal commands to nearby bystanders to move to safety and ordered the suspect to drop the weapon.
Put the knife down. Get out the way. Get out the way. Hey, put the knife down. I don't know why I shoot you. Hey, put the knife down. You'll get shot. Put the knife down.
Lopez failed to comply and began advancing toward a 68-year-old female who had just exited a FAX bus. Lopez then grabbed the elderly female and held her at knife point, using her as a human shield.
Hey, put the knife down. You'll get shot. Put the knife down. Put the knife down. Hey, get down. Put the knife down.
The officer continued to issue multiple commands instructing Lopez to drop the knife and warned that failure to comply could result in the use of deadly force. Lopez remained non-compliant and maintained her grip on the victim. Fearing for the safety of the hostage, the officer discharged his service weapon, striking Lopez. The elderly victim, who was not physically harmed, fell backward as Lopez released her.
Hey, get down. Put the knife down. Back to NOIS.
A second responding officer quickly moved the victim to safety. Lopez remained armed until the weapon was secured by the initial responding officer. Officers immediately began rendering medical aid, including CPR, until paramedics arrived on scene. Lopez was transported to a local hospital, where she was later pronounced deceased. No bystanders or animals were injured during the incident. The investigation is ongoing, and further details will be released as they become available.
Gun! Drop the gun! Drop it! Drop it! Drop it!
Oxon Hill, Maryland, April 20th, 2025. At approximately 8:20 a.m., officers with the Prince George's County Police Department responded to a reported stabbing in the 8300 block of Indian Head Highway.
You just pass it, just pass it. Sam, what do you got?
Upon arrival, officers located two adult victims, a male and a female, suffering from critical stab wounds. Preliminary investigation revealed that the incident was domestic related. The suspect, identified as 44-year-old Yvonne Bucknor Jr., was known to the victims.
Drop that gun! Drop it! Drop it! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Drop it!
Before fleeing the scene, Bucknor also set fire to the apartment. At approximately 10:15 a.m., officers were dispatched to the 100 block of St. George Boulevard in Oxon Hill for a report of a possible shooting or cutting.
Hey, drop the knife! 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 Drop the knife!
Upon arrival, officers encountered an adult male armed with a knife, later identified as Yvonne Bucknor Jr. Surveillance and private Dashcam footage captured the encounter. Officers issued multiple verbal commands for Bucknor to drop the weapon. Bucknor refused to comply and advanced toward one of the officers while still armed. As the officer retreated, he and another officer discharged their service weapons, striking Bucknor. Bucknor remained standing momentarily, then turned and walked a few feet before collapsing.
Drop the knife! Get the cover! Get the cover! Get out! Get out! Drop the gun! Shot fired! Shot fired! Drop the knife! 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 Get the cover! Get the cover! Get out! Get out! Shot fired! Shot fired! Drop it! Drop it! Drop it! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Drop that knife! Drop that knife!
Officers immediately rendered medical aid until EMS arrived and transported him to a nearby hospital, where he was later pronounced deceased. No officers were injured during the incident. According to police, one of the stabbing victims has been released from the hospital. The second victim remains hospitalized.
We're not here when we pull up here. I know. Need chest seals?
Neither victim's injuries are considered life-threatening at this time. The victims' names are being withheld pending further investigation. The investigation remains active and ongoing.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Dover, Florida, May 28, 2025. Deputies with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office initiated a traffic stop on a vehicle with no visible license plate in the area of Renfro Avenue in Dover. The driver failed to comply and accelerated, striking a deputy's patrol vehicle before fleeing the scene. Deputies pursued the vehicle, which ultimately struck a second patrol unit before crashing. The driver, identified as 34-year-old Andrew Bagwandine, exited the vehicle and attempted to flee on foot. Deputies quickly apprehended him. While in custody, Bagwandine made a second attempt to flee, but was again restrained.
Hey, I'm sorry, man. Jump again. Sit in the car. Let me get these on.
I didn't mean to, man.
This one first.
Come on, dude. It burns.
The passenger in the vehicle, identified as 53-year-old Kenneth Nash, told deputies he requested to exit the vehicle before Bogwandine fled, but the driver refused to let him out. Nash was subsequently arrested and charged with possession of a controlled substance and possession of drugs without a prescription.
Yeah, dude. You're not. Ah, my leg. It's really not resisting. I'm not. You are. I promise. Stop resisting.
Bogwandine faces multiple charges related to fleeing and eluding law enforcement, aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer, and resisting arrest. No deputies were injured during the incident. The investigation is ongoing.
Back up. Get out.
Aurora, Colorado, May 12, 2025. At approximately 3 p.m., the Aurora Police Department received a 911 call regarding a suspicious male trespassing at an off-site airport parking lot located in the 1990 block of East 56th Avenue. The caller reported that the individual was checking vehicle door handles and refused to leave the property.
Trying to get him to get off my lot, he's not talking. He's walking in and out of my office, trying to unlock people's car doors. I've placed the call to you guys already about a gentleman on my lot. He's trying to fight myself and a couple of my employees. They told me to call if anything changes with this gentleman.
I'm in the office, okay, so he's trying to fight with you now?
He's trying to fight me and my employees, a couple of my other employees.
At approximately 5:15 p.m., a patrol officer responded to the scene. Upon arrival, staff members advised the officer that the suspect was still on the premises and had become increasingly aggressive toward employees. The officer located the suspect, later identified as 32-year-old Rashad Terrell Johnson, and attempted to make contact.
Where are your shoes at? You can talk to me? Can you tell me what's wrong? What's going on today?
Within approximately 1 minute of the encounter, Johnson charged at the officer, resulting in a physical altercation. Aurora 911 received multiple additional calls from witnesses at the location, reporting that an officer required immediate assistance.
Get off me, man! What are you doing?
During the struggle, the officer deployed less lethal tools in an attempt to gain control of Johnson, but those efforts were ineffective. The officer also issued multiple verbal commands, which Johnson refused to follow. An officer-involved shooting subsequently occurred.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground now! Get on the ground! I'm gonna shoot you if you do not get on the ground! Get on the ground now! Back up! Get out! Shots fired.
Additional officers arrived on scene and rendered emergency medical aid to Johnson until paramedics arrived. Johnson was transported to a nearby hospital and was later pronounced.
Keep that gate open for the fire truck! No gun. He tried to disarm me several times.
The involved officer sustained minor injuries during the altercation and was transported to a local hospital for treatment. The incident remains under active investigation by the Aurora Police Department and other relevant agencies. Mifflin Township, Ohio, May 28, 2025. At approximately 6:45 p.m., officers with the Mifflin Township Police Department conducted a traffic stop near the intersection of Mecca Drive and Purdue Avenue. During the stop, the passenger of the vehicle fled on foot. As officers pursued the suspect, he turned and opened fire, striking both officers. The officers were transported to Grant Medical Center. One officer remains in critical condition as of Thursday afternoon. The second officer is expected to be released from the hospital today. The suspect has been identified as 21-year-old Davonte Dixon. He remains at large and is considered armed and dangerous.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Franklin County Sheriff's Office is urging the public to remain alert. Anyone who sees Dixon or knows of his whereabouts should call 911 immediately and should not attempt to approach him. Marion County, Florida, May 26, 2025. On Monday, May 26, 2025, at approximately 8 a.m., Marion County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit, Corporal Gary Miller, observed a vehicle traveling 20 miles per hour over the posted speed limit in the 2600 block of Northwest 27th Avenue.
Not eluding me, 30 miles per hour, 40 miles per hour, come up to 27.
Corporal Miller initiated a traffic stop. However, the driver, later identified as 31-year-old Leroy Graham, refused to pull over. Initially, Graham continued driving at a normal speed for several minutes, but as he approached I-75 via Northwest Blitchton Road, he began to actively flee, increasing his speed significantly. Corporal Miller pursued the suspect and executed multiple precision immobilization technique, PIT maneuvers, in an attempt to stop the vehicle. Despite these efforts, Graham maintained control and continued to flee at a high rate of speed. Additional deputies, officers from the Ocala Police Department, and the MCSO Aviation Unit responded to assist in the pursuit.
Turning on Old Blitchton.
The suspect vehicle eventually turned onto Southwest Highway 200 and came to a stop. During a high-risk felony traffic stop, Graham was taken into custody without further incident. He told deputies that he fled because he did not possess a valid driver's license. Leroy Graham was arrested and transported to the Marion County Jail. He was booked on charges related to fleeing and eluding law enforcement. Bond was set at $5,500, which Graham posted later that day. The investigation is ongoing, and no injuries were reported during the incident. Truth or Consequences, New Mexico. May 6, 2025, at approximately 12:09 p.m., a New Mexico State Police officer conducted a traffic stop on a white GMC pickup truck near Truth or Consequences. The vehicle was being driven by 75-year-old Dennis Jones of Las Cruces. Prior to the stop, the officer conducted a records check on the vehicle's license plate and discovered that Jones had an active felony arrest warrant out of Arizona for a probation violation related to a sexual assault charge.
All right, if you can't find it, can you just step out for me and we're gonna walk back to my unit, all right?
During the course of the stop, the officer asked Jones to exit the vehicle. At that time, Jones produced a handgun and pointed it at the officer. Fearing for his life, the officer drew his department-issued handgun and discharged multiple rounds at the suspect.
Shots fired, shots fired, shots fired.
Despite being fired upon, Jones remained in the vehicle and fled the scene, prompting a vehicle pursuit onto NM Highway 181, north of Truth or Consequences.
He's going up a High Winds Road up to a property.
The pursuit concluded on High Winds Road, where Jones's vehicle came to a stop in the roadway. As the officer gave commands, Jones opened fire on the officer.
Shots fired, he's shooting.
The officer returned fire using his duty-issued rifle. Following the exchange of gunfire, officers approached the vehicle and located Jones unresponsive inside. Jones was pronounced deceased at the scene by the Office of the Medical Investigator. The officer involved was not injured.